Ronda was the one that broke the barrier and got women into the UFC.
Dana White privilege.
Dakota Ditcheva has been talked about in the same breath as Ronda Rousey.
She has the potential to be a superstar. She understands the media game, right? She knows exactly when to switch off that savage and become the sweetheart again. She's got the look, she's got the charisma, and when you have that, plus the ability to knock women out like she does, the sky's the limit.
Ronda Rousey was never known for her striking, but her judo was on a different level. She would throw most women to the ground with ease and dominate them there. She was a true pioneer who changed the game for women's MMA. Dakota Ditcheva, on the other hand, represents the next evolution of the sport. Her striking is exceptional, fast, sharp, and dangerous, though her ground game isn't as dominant as Ronda's. Still, the two have a lot in common. Both were trained by their mothers, both carry a strong aura and charisma into every fight, and both have that undeniable star quality. Ronda opened the door, but Dakota looks built to walk through it and take things even further.
How old were you when you first did any kind of martial arts?
I was 4.
In your first fight of any kind, how old were you?
4.
4 as well? Come on.
Oh, yeah.
That's I have a 6-year-old daughter. I would never put... What is going on over there? It's called child services. What, 4 years old?
It was in Thai boxing, yeah. So it wasn't head contact. It was like interclubs, but it was like decision fights. We've got some videos of me, and I was just as aggressive back then as I am now. Even as a kid, you could really see it in me, like through the videos.
The fight I just showed you featured Dakota Ditcheva at only 16 years old. She was much slimmer but still deadly, finishing her opponent with a signature body shot. Even back then, she was clearly way ahead of the competition. While Ronda Rousey was walking away from MMA and entering retirement, Dakota was stepping into the fire. A few years later, she went on to win gold at the IFMA World Championships, dominating the world's best in Muay Thai.
Feeling happy, but there's always the downsides on it as well. But
the downside?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I always look at what I can improve on. My mum always says that to me as well, but it's just me.
Even right after her victory, she is thinking about what she can improve on. That's a huge insight to the mindset of a champion. That's not hype, that's pedigree. This isn't another brawler. Dakota moves like a sniper, cold, precise, and unforgiving. She executes. Long reach, lethal kicks, deadly calm. She makes violence look effortless. Now she's undefeated, untouched, and only getting better. The difference goes beyond the cage. When the spotlight faded, Ronda couldn't take the heat. No humility, no grace in defeat, just silence and excuses.
2 weeks beforehand, I slipped down the stairs, going to the car to get my scale, knocked myself out on the stairs, and tore my knee out, having the wrong mouth guard. It was like one of those things where everything went wrong beforehand. I was like so stressed out. My weight wouldn't come off. I had to like sweat out like 10, 15 pounds beforehand.
Dakota Ditcheva, different breed, she wins and stays humble. And when she lost in Muay Thai, she was the same. No excuses, just respect and a hunger to grow. No ego, no arrogance, just discipline and focus. Whether it's a highlight reel finish or a gritty win, she gives credit, stays grounded, and moves forward like a true martial artist. She doesn't need trash talk, she doesn't need headlines. The work speaks loud enough, and that quiet confidence, that's what makes her loved by the fans.
There were like some articles about me, being the next Ronda Rousey and things like that. Ronda was quite a big, person for me to look up to. So yeah, they were like the people that I've watched. Obviously Shevchenko and Joanna from Thai boxing, so like their journeys were similar. I think that's why I gravitated towards them a lot.
How do you not let all of this get to your head now? You're now, you like you said, you were all over the place. You're being pushed. They seem to be really behind you. How do you not let your head get too big and stay grounded?
I think I'm just that type of person anyway. I am just like a humble person, I love to fight. Like I've always said, if I could take the fame away, I would still fight. That's not why I've originally done it. It's not to be famous and become this crazy, world star or anything. It's just kind of happened as I've been fighting, but just love the sport, and my family around me as well. We're all the same, so I think that'll just keep me very grounded. At the beginning it was to be the top Thai boxer, the top female Thai boxer, but Thai boxing still, I don't feel like has, got the buzz behind it that MMA has. I saw more of a career in MMA, and it was always something I I've always looked at. Like I used to watch Shevchenko and Joanna. I want the girls to bring the heat and brutal fights where you go all out.
Dakota Ditcheva is well known for her striking, which she's been training since a young age. However, much like Ronda Rousey once did, she's been working to improve in other areas as well. She has been training in jiu-jitsu for 7 years, and her ground game is stronger than most people realize. She just prefers to stand and trade strikes to give the fans an exciting show.
Are you shocked that you got a sub on Saturday?
No, everyone else is, but I'm not.
Why not?
I work hard on my ground game. I love it. I just haven't needed to show it yet. I've obviously had a lot of stoppages stand up, and I love to strike, so I've kind of always relied on that. But I have got a ground game and a wrestling game. I just don't use it that often. Me and my team are just like really happy that I got to show a little bit of it, but we're not shocked at all because I am quite good on the ground.
Dakota Ditcheva has stated that her ultimate goal is to become a UFC world champion.
Early in your career, you said the goal was to one day fight for the UFC. That is out there, and I'm not trying to cause any trouble here, but I did see it.
Yeah.
That was before you met the PFL.
It's every fighter's dream to be a UFC champion. You know, that is the top level at the moment, and I'm here to be the best.
Ronda Rousey had the full force of the UFC's marketing machine behind her, which helped push her story to the world and turn her into a global star. In contrast, Ditcheva is currently in the PFL, a smaller, relatively new organization that doesn't have nearly the same promotional power. Despite that, she has already built a massive fan base and continues to rack up millions of views on social media thanks to her knockout highlight reels. If she enters the UFC and goes on a dominant win streak, anything like she has in the PFL, she could become bigger than ever, perhaps even surpassing Rousey's star power. At just 26 years old, Dakota still has a long career ahead of her.
If you could fight any female right now, who would you want to go with?
Is the best fighter in my weight, and that is Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time. That last fight against Tyler Santos was meant to be my biggest test, you know, ex-UFC. People thought she won the title when she fought Shevchenko. You know, she got a bad decision, and I just kind of stopped her in 2 rounds. She's never been stopped before. So for me, if that's the biggest challenge they've got, then I need something more after that. I just want to get back in the gym and keep training hard. My ambitions are just to be number one, to be the best in the world. So if that means fighting other people from a different organisation, then I'll do that. And when I get in there, it's kill or be killed for me. So I did it. I won the title, but that's not my only goal. So for me, I've still got loads more to achieve.
Dakota Ditcheva is already wealthy and a major MMA star, but it's clear her fire is burning brighter than ever. Her ambition is far from over. The move to the UFC is the one thing both fans and Dakota herself are eagerly waiting for. If it happens, we might be witnessing the rise of the biggest women's MMA star of all time. With her pedigree, knockout power, and a rare mix of confidence and humility, it's clear that Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva is the future of women's MMA. Hit like if you agree and let me know in the comments. Do you think she can surpass Ronda Rousey's star power if she makes it to the UFC cage? If you enjoyed this video but dislike the AI voice, click the next video to hear from my new authentic MMA channel.